This is Dr. Merhut with Elite Sports and Spine Chiropractic. I'm here with Chris, our personal trainer and strength and conditioning coach. Today we're going to be going over some kettlebell forms, specifically the kettlebell swing. So Chris is going to go over the proper form. He's going to point out some mistakes that we commonly see and give you directions so you don't injure yourself when you're trying to do this. So I'm going to hand it over to Chris and he's going to take it from here.
So today, guys, looking at the kettlebell swing. Most of the time that we're doing this exercise, we're focusing more on hip extension through the exercise. And the nice thing about it is that we can make it a strength exercise where we focus really on hip extension and we can load that movement pretty well. Nice thing about the kettlebell swing is that it can also be used for a cardio piece in a circuit or at the end of the workout, just because of the fact that you can go a little bit lighter weight, still using a lot of that hip extension, which we see in running, but it has less impact because we're not pounding our feet into the ground. So it's a nice low impact form of cardio. So today I'm going to be using our chiropractic assistant Boyd here, and he is going to help be a dummy for us to go over proper form in the actual exercise. So let's go and grab the actual kettlebell. All right. When he first gets set up, thinking about a shoulder width stance, and then you just want to come forward just so that we don't hit the actual machine behind us. And starting kettlebell about maybe 6 inches in front of our body. We don't want to be right over the top of it because that's going to kind of throw off the whole dynamics of the actual movement. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go into a nice soft knee position, driving our hips back, and then what you're going to do is actually grab the kettlebell in front of you. You're going to tilt the actual kettlebell towards you, so that we can have a nice, nice good platform right here, nice and tight in the lats, packing the shoulder in, getting good actual hip flexion here. And then from here, what he is going to do is he's going to think about hiking the ball through his legs like a long snapper in football, and then he's going to explosively stand up with the weight or help hip snap his hip forward. All right, so here we go. We'll do 5 reps, and then he's going to go right back into that movement. Nice slight knee bend, driving those hips back, snapping them forward, getting good extension through the hips, and then setting the kettlebell right back down. Some of the things that we see in this movement is that we turn it into a squat. Now, a squat is hip flexion and knee flexion. The kettlebell swing is more of just a hip flexion and then hip extension. What we don't want to see is us trying to make it into a squatting formation because we want to try and treat those a little bit differently. So some of the things that we could see, all right, Boyd coming down into an actual squat. See, now that his knees are bent, we're actually making this more of a quad, lower body, and not so much just a hamstring and glute exercise anymore. Will we hit those in a squat? Yes, but we want to make sure that we can actually target them in the kettlebell swing. So if he comes back up into a soft knee position, keep coming up. Now we can actually see a little bit of a difference. His knee's not flexing as much. We still have flexion in the hip. And now all we want him to do is extend straight up and be nice and explosive, going straight up. Good. Now, the nice thing about this is in that soft knee position, we'll probably feel a slight little stretch right in the hamstring. And if we don't feel that, that's a good cue for you to kind of rearrange your body. And some of those things that we could see is, once again, the knees flexing, or we could be rounding in our back and not having a nice flat platform. So those are a couple of things that we will usually see in the kettlebell swing. If we kind of keep those cues together and being able to utilize them and be better overall, we're going to actually be able to use this exercise to help improve our performance.
All right, so there you have it. Thanks, Chris. Thank you, Boyd, for that demonstration of the kettlebell swing. If you guys have any questions on this specific exercise itself or other exercises that involve a kettlebell, please feel free to comment. We're happy to go through other forms with other exercises. Please share this with anybody that you know that either has trouble with kettlebells or is looking to get into kettlebells a little bit more. This is the Elite Education Series. I'm Dr. Merhut here with Chris. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you join us next week.
Bye, guys.